Hey everyone, welcome back to my page. I have decided to do another live stream so that we can catch up a little bit. Not really sure if the lighting is all that good or not, but hopefully it's okay. The first thing, I'm just gonna share the stream again. Just bear with me a second here on the replay as I try and get Facebook to load for me on my computer. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working. Twitter is, but Facebook is not. There we go. Now I'm getting somewhere. Oh yeah, the video actually looks pretty good to me. It must be the way I have my screen turned down, actually. Okay, so... doing another live stream, come and say hi. Okay, share it on there. And now, okay, doing another Facebook live stream, come and join. Link to my Facebook can be found in my profile. Can be actually more likely found in my bio. Link to my Facebook can be found in my bio through link bio. Okay, that should work. Hashtag live stream. Okay, so as you guys have probably noticed, my content is not really been a thing. And as I said in the previous live stream, the biggest reason why I'm relying on live streams right now is because of the fact that I can talk in a video, there's no editing, and I can still get out my feelings about things that are going on without having to do a bunch of editing. Now, the issue is that I have to have energy in order to do these live streams, and I also have to have energy to vlog. And right now, honestly, there isn't much happening in my life except for I wake up, go to work, come home, and go to bed. That's pretty much my day. At least it seems like it. I'm not really doing much. The first time that I kind of did something different was last night. So if you haven't checked out my Reels or TikTok or YouTube Shorts, it's pretty much everywhere. I only just didn't post it to actual Facebook. I believe it's only in the story. But I got to watch the Northern Lights last night. It was one of the best displays I think I've ever seen, that I remember anyways. It was really, really strong. It was also a beautiful night, perfectly clear. I kind of wish I had a better camera than just my phone sometimes, but the video that I did capture last night, which was actually a time lapse, actually turned out really well. So I was really happy with that, kind of for my first time. The only issue I had was that I was bumping the camera a bunch, but other than that, I think I did okay. So as for how I've been feeling, so right now I am at the worst time of my month with my migraines. So as I talk about all the time in my vlogs, my periods always do make my migraines worse, and particularly the week before. It can be during or after as well, but it tends to be before, where I have issues with my symptoms. And this time it was like that. I pushed through a day I probably shouldn't have, but I pretty much had no choice but to do it. The thing is, though, because of the fact that I am feeling so much better and doing so much better, that I was able to get through this particular day, and I'm not sure I could have said that even 6 months ago, let alone a year ago. So I'm not sure anymore how much fatigue is impacting my life in the way of consequences for the next day. So as you guys know, I use the spoon theory to talk about kind of how you have to plan your life around chronic illness. And when you use too many spoons in a day, you often take from another day. It may not be the next day, but it could be some other day. For me, it generally tends to be the next day. So if I use too many spoons, the next day I feel even more tired. And this tired is not really an easy thing to describe. So what I mean by that is the fatigue is like you haven't slept, but you have. So like I haven't been having any issue sleeping at all, but it seems like when I wake up on these bad days that I'm just exhausted. Like even today, so I worked for the last 6 days in a row before today, and I wouldn't do that to myself with doing YouTube. Like there was always a certain period of time where I'd allow myself to work, and the thing is this isn't physically demanding like what my newer obligation is. It's a lot more physically demanding. Yesterday, though, wasn't too physically demanding, but it was still, it's a matter of what I wish people would understand is to get ready to go somewhere. For me, is like, I'm having trouble with this joystick now. To get ready to go somewhere is like, takes a lot of effort, like, because you have to shower. I think that my shower takes a quarter of my daily spoon allowance. Like it can be a lot. And if I had to give one thing that is really difficult, and I think I did do this in a short actually, what is the one thing that has surprised me about having chronic illness is the amount of energy and exhaustion that I experience after I have a shower. So, like, it can feel like no effort, but then I'm exhausted. So, that still is a really annoying thing. And because I know it takes so much energy to shower, it's hard to incorporate that, but you gotta allow it in your spoons. So that's taking away from like everything else, pretty much. So yeah. I really hope my hair isn't interfering with the microphone this time. One of the reasons why I pull it back a lot in my videos is not because I like to have it up. In fact, if my head is bothering me, I hate having my hair up. But if I have it down, it really seems to impact the microphone, and it is like scratches on the microphone, and it's a terrible thing to have to listen to when I'm editing. So I don't really want to have it broadcasting live. So yeah, but that's the thing. So because the shower takes so much energy, it's taking away from not so much work, because that's what I'm doing for the day, but from other things. Like, I really haven't been vlogging at all because I've been just way too tired. It's not fun at all, and I feel like this thing keeps moving on me, which is quite possible that it's not in balance properly, but that's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna watch it for a second. Maybe, maybe not. I'm hoping to get the new OM5, I believe they're on now. Yeah, I have the 3, and that was out a couple years ago. So I'm hoping to get the OM5 soon, because I think it'll help, because my phone is newer, it's heavier. So the 3 has a bit of trouble with the balancing part of it. So I'm hoping to get the 5 just to improve that issue. Plus it's got a nice selfie stick on it, so yeah. But I'm actually already flashing on my 3rd battery level because I used my gimbal last night to film the aurora, and we were out for probably about an hour, so it wasn't quite an hour, I guess, but it was a really, really nice show. I would kind of sometimes think I should have went a little later, but I wasn't sure how strong it was going to be exactly when we went, and I wanted to go exactly when I knew it was strong so that I could get some decent time-lapse out of it and try it. I actually didn't know whether I was going to get any footage last night, but I got some really nice footage, not only of time-lapse, but of the photos as well. So I'm going to post the photos on my Instagram feed just for some content. If you guys like this aurora stuff, just let me know and I can incorporate it. I find that this is like my YouTube channel for me, so it is very healing. So what I mean by that is that it is very therapeutic to be doing anything else but thinking about either how bad I feel or how tired I am after a day. So yeah, this is really getting annoying though. I'm wondering if, just gonna adjust this for a second and see if I can get it to balance a little bit better. It's hard because there's a perfect spot on my phone right now that allows it to balance properly, and it takes, if it's a few millimeters one direction compared to another, it'll do this on the screen. So that's not fun at all. But because this week I've kind of been taking a break, well, it's been for a couple weeks now, and it's not really been intentional, this break, but I gotta be honest with you all, I really don't miss having to vlog every day. I really don't miss having to do the constant media. And the thing is that I need my days off to rest if I'm not getting enough, or if I'm not getting enough in a row. So the content really could go down drastically as Christmas gets closer, because we'll be that much busier and I'm sure I'll be working that much more. I really expected my hours to drop a little bit, and they actually had, but when I was given less hours, which included this week and next week, and I'm like, oh cool, I'm gonna be able to catch up on my social media stuff a little bit and be able to do a little bit of more content. And then I got a bunch of shifts added. So it seems like that has happened every single time my hours have gone down a little bit, is that whenever my hours go down, they go down because of not really getting scheduled a lot, and then all of a sudden I'm scheduled for extra shifts. So I apologize for the lack of content again, but I didn't know how easy this was going to be keeping up with YouTube. I was hoping to be able to do it a lot more frequently, like once a week live stream for sure is my goal for right now. I don't know if I could do a live stream and a vlog every week because the vlog would have to be edited. And I do edit these videos as well so that they can go up on... This is really getting annoying. I do edit these vlogs so that they can be captioned. I didn't put the captioned one back on Facebook, the last one, but I did put the so I didn't put the last vlog on Facebook, but not the last vlog. Wow. Okay, I got completely distracted there for a second. I'm so sorry if I'm a little bit down today. I'm really, really tired, as I said. I've been working 6 days in a row the last little bit. So I didn't caption the last live stream and put it on Facebook. I could have done that, but I decided to leave it because it's okay to just leave it. I will likely make this one captioned, but we'll see. I also really wasn't happy with the last live stream. There's a few issues with it, but it was my first one. So there's always a first one for everything, and that includes doing this type of content. So yeah, I just want to let's see, what haven't I talked about yet? So I've talked about my work schedule. I've talked about kind of how I've been doing. There really isn't much to update on as far as a couple weeks ago with regards to how I'm feeling. Everything is still pretty consistent in that category, so I'm honestly pretty happy about that. I'm doing quite well. I did get a little bit more sick this month with my period, so I was really struggling in the 4 or 5 days before I actually started bleeding. Now that can be normal, but this time, like, it was really not that much fun. And considering, like I said, I've been working the entire time, it's been rough. And like a lot of people, like, not so much, you know, it's more so the people who know me well who have been asking me how I've been doing, and I'll say, I'm really struggling. I'm so tired. I really just need some time to rest. And so when I talk about the needing to rest with people, it's more so of, I know how I need my rest, so I can't really just keep going and keep working, because as I've done YouTube and social media and had basically the ability to say no and to say, okay, today I really need a day off, it's been a lot harder for me to just keep pushing through when I know I need my rest. But when you don't have control of your schedule, you gotta do that. You don't have a choice. That's one thing I really like about YouTube compared to the rest of the world, is having the ability to say, no, I really need to take this day off just for like self-care. And you can't really do that when you're working for someone else like you can with just a normal, like having complete control of your schedule. It's one thing I really miss, is I think having complete control of my schedule. And particularly because I know when I push my limits now, and I'm just always scared that it's going to go back to the original issue of, am I going to take from the next day when I need a rest? Am I going to take from being good tomorrow because I'm pushing through today when I'm not feeling as well. And that's a really big concern when you have a chronic illness, because there's a real truth when it comes to, okay, I'm honestly am borrowing spoons from this day. Like, I'm honestly borrowing my energy from this day just to get through it right now. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And it comes from this self-awareness that I've been able to explore through meditation. Now, yesterday I kind of got through a shift actually because of meditation. So where other people will be bored, I just said, okay, don't look at the clock, be in the now, and eventually now will mean you get to go home. And it was just more so of, I think I was really frustrated actually the last particular day, because number one, the shift got added and I really knew I needed the rest. But number two, another reason why I was frustrated is because I really value my time, and I want to make sure that any time that I am spending where I could potentially be putting future good days of rest, or future good days where I could be resting, I want that to count. And I feel like my time needs to count. And I feel like I didn't really get that yesterday. But then again, it was a very quiet and not so physical shift. So it was almost just kind of like I was hanging out at work and getting paid for it, which is kind of strange. But yeah, so that's basically that. Is I think I know I've also been quite stressed lately. And I don't really know why, but I've been going through some things with my meditation, I think, that are kind of a little bit more deeper and harder to explain than just if you've never kind of had that in your life. And I can't describe it well enough for me to really get into it. I don't really want to get into that because I might start to get even more boring than what I already am. So I don't want to do that. But yeah. Well, maybe I'll do another video later on that, because this is an emotional experience. With chronic illness is an emotional journey, and there are things that, yes, are very physical, but there are things that are emotional and mental hurdles as well. So what I mean by that is there's more to chronic illness than just the physical. There's more to chronic illness than just the, how do I word this? There's a lot of emotional ups and downs. I talked about that in my emotional roller coaster videos, and I know I've done multiple videos on it, but chronic illness really does involve way more than just the physical things that you're going through. There's emotional impact because your life is forever changed. There's mental hurdles because you've got this new thing you got to adapt to. And it's a very difficult situation, not only just on you, but on your family as well. So you feel that when you go through it. Now, I'm doing much better because I feel like I've kind of gotten back to where I want to be. But even still, it is nowhere near where it would be perfect. But that's okay with me now, because I know that it's not likely to get any better. Like, I feel it's kind of the best it's going to be, because I'm just basically still dealing with fatigue. There's migraine symptoms, but they're so different compared to what they used to be. So as I was describing to people around me, so this could be colleagues or my family or my friends, the thing is you can offer me pain medication, but in my opinion, the pain medication is kind of useless now, because I'm not really experiencing much pain because of the Aimovig. Like, the Aimovig works on that particular pathway. So I'm not really experiencing much pain. It's the fatigue and the pressure in my eyes, the dizziness and the nausea that are stuff that I really don't have a pill that I can take when I start experiencing it. And like, migraines are just so much more than the headache. And that would be my one thing with Aimovig, is that it's not just the pain and the actual headache. It's everything else that comes along with the migraine can be just as debilitating as the pain. Like, yes, it's nice not to have the excruciating head pain. It's still a little bit there. So the other day when I was experiencing head pain, when my migraine was definitely there, and it would have been probably to the point of debilitating had it not been for the Aimovig. But because I had my hair up, my scalp, I used to talk about this with IIH as well, but I happened to notice this the other day, and I don't know if it was because of the fact that I had my hair pulled back, and generally if I'm having a migraine day, I will keep it down. As I was saying, it's nice to have it down just because that way there's not that pulling pressure there. But when you have your hair pulled back really tight, like what I have to do in order to have it all up because my hair is so thick, that the scalp was like tingling and numb like it used to be when I had IIH. But it used to do that all the time, like even when I had my hair down. So that wasn't fun, but it was numb. Like, it wasn't really a pain, it was just numb. This gimbal's really starting to annoy me, but I will just let it go. I'm, like I said, hoping to upgrade this soon. But anyways, so as I was saying, when you pull the hair back, it creates this pain. But the thing is, the pain is different now compared to what it used to be. So I used to get throbbing head pain with both IIH and my migraines. Like, it was a throbbing. Like, it would physically pulse if I was to, like, actually let it come into my full awareness. There was also pulsing in my ears, but that's different. That's the pulsatile tinnitus, as I call it, or tinnitus, as some say. And so that's like, if you've ever listened to your heartbeat through a stethoscope, that's what it's like with the pulsing. It's exactly that, and it's right in your ear. It's as if you can hear your own heartbeat in your ear without the stethoscope. Number one, when that happens, I'm in a lot of pain. But number two, it means that generally I'm having a worse day. I've had this once in the last week, and it got me a little bit concerned because I haven't been able to take care of myself because of work either. So my exercise is not happening because my spoons are all going towards either getting ready for work or working. So could I be gaining weight? Yes. And that's scary to me. So my number one goals moving forward, I just want to end this live stream with my goals moving forward. My goals are find a way to get back to doing exercise somehow, some way. I need to try and fit that into my schedule in order to increase my calorie expenditure every day. Number two, find a way to work around this fatigue because it's going to be a reality of life moving forward. It's not going to be something that is ever going to go away at this point. At this point, it's probably going to be the best it's going to be. And I think the third is just embrace the moment, take day by day and moment by moment. Continue doing the things that I enjoy, because I've noticed that when I get to do something I enjoy, whether it's doing these videos, editing, which is something I do enjoy as much as I complain about it sometimes with saying I like doing live streams because I don't have to edit, I think getting back to some of these other things is a really important thing for me to have happen, because as much as it's nice to be back to work and back to a job, these creative outlets are an important part of who I am. It's who I am as a person. And it's really important that I continue to do things that I enjoy, or it's just not going to be a very happy time for me. And whether that's getting out and chasing the northern lights or taking other types of photos. I also like taking like photos of sunsets. I'm not usually up soon enough to do sunrises unless it's like in the winter and then it's too cold. So there's that. But different things that I enjoy are going to be really important moving forward. And taking care of myself needs to be a priority going forward. Now, I'm saying this to keep myself and hold myself accountable. Whether I'm successful with this or not, I have no idea. But I'm hoping that by stating this, that I'm going to be successful. So with that, I think that's where I'm honestly going to end it for today. I don't know how long I've been going here. Let's see. Half an hour. So I've done almost twice as long as what I did the last time. So I will see you guys all hopefully in a vlog next week. But stay tuned and I will keep you updated. Bye for now.